Hey, book buddies! Thrilled to welcome you to Read Hurray! Megan is 8, a huge book lover, totally obsessed with books. She has been gobbling up books ever since she could remember, and has explored countless worlds through pages of amazing stories. She wants to share not only with me, but with you, and build book-loving community together. Let's jump into our next reading adventure with Megan.
My name is Megan and today I am here to introduce some books to you. This picture book is called The Pencil. It is written by Allan Ahlberg and Bruce Ingman. This story's main idea is to be clever, be brave, be clever so you could get out of trouble if you are in trouble. This pencil is exactly like that. He has courage, he is clever, and he is brave. Let's see what this story is about. There was a lonely little pencil. Just a pencil. One day he started to write. Wrote or draw. Doesn't really matter. He drew a boy, a cat, a dog, and a ball. So he named the boy Banjo, he named the cat Mildred, he named the dog Bruce, and he named the ball Sebastian. It was a cool name, I guess. As you might have known, the pencil was a grey lead. You can't colour in. They're all black and white or something. Each asked the pencil to draw some food for them. Banjo wanted an apple, so he drew him an apple. Mildred wanted a mouse, but then Pencil thought it was too cruel to kill a mouse, so he just said cat food, and Mildred agreed. Okay, fine, cat food. Bruce wanted a bone. The pencil drew that because it was a murder. Well, Sebastian was a bull. Bulls don't eat, so yeah, he didn't want anything. But then Banjo, Mildred, and Bruce said, we can't eat this. This is black and white. So the pencil thought, okay, well, if there's complaining about no color, then might as well draw a paintbrush. And he drew a paintbrush. After that, she needs a name first. So Pencil named her Kitty, like Kitty, as in meow. But not that Kitty, because Kitty is a paintbrush in this story. She painted everything, and Kitty said, Pencil, I will colour in whatever you draw. And so Pencil agreed, and he drew a city. And because Bruce liked to chase cats, he chased Mildred down the street. After the streets and the houses and stuff, Pencil drew some trees. Well, it needs the sun because this earth won't have anything without sunlight or clouds or even the sky. So he drew that. And he also drew Banjo's parents. But then here comes the tricky part. Mildred had a few kittens and one of them got stuck in a tree. Banjo's mother said, I don't want this ridiculous hat. This is too weird. So Pencil drew an eraser. And after that, the eraser rubbed out the hat. And all the other things that Banjo's parents or grandparents sort of like as a problem to them. But then there was trouble. The eraser started erasing everything and anything in sight. And he keeps rubbing out. He rubbed out Kitty, Banjo, Mildred, and the house, and Bruce. After he rubbed all of the things out, he was like a really thin piece of eraser because he rubbed out too much stuff. But then he kept going. and the pencil drew a wall to stop him. The rubber rubbed it out. The pencil drew a cage to stop him. The rubber rubbed it out. The pencil drew a mountain full of wild beasts. The rubber rubbed it out. And there was only one thing left to do. So the pencil quivered for a moment and said, "Okay, I'm going to draw another rubber." And that's exactly what he did. And you guessed it, both rubbers rubbed each other out. And then now, Pencil was on his own again, so he drew Kitty, Banjo, Bruce, and all the others back. And they had a picnic. Banjo's father was trying to catch a boiled egg that was from the picnic, but then, well, his name was Billy, as the pencil had called him, and he ran away into the bushes. There were also, from the picnic, some ants. While Banjo and the boys were playing with Sebastian the Ball, Kitty and Pencil were busily drawing the sunset and the dark mountains, and finally it was time to go home. Because Kitty liked Pencil so much, she coloured him into red. And now they have their own boxes, which was good. The end. I'm not reading this whole story, but you've got to read it yourself if you want to read it in detail. Though you might have thought I was actually reading the whole thing because I said the end at the last. But I actually wasn't. It was just like a brief look at what the pencil, as in the book name, was about. So let's see what the characters are in the story and what characters are like. I like the pencil mainly and Kitty because she was really nice. She helped Pencil colour everything in, and Pencil was really clever and brave, so I liked him too. There was Banjo's relations and Sebastian the Ball. But, well, I can't say he was one because balls can't talk, but this one can, anyway. And there was also the ants, the Billy the bald egg. That was a funny one. Let's have a look at what the setting or the location is in the story. The location in the story is, I guess, in the blank sheet of paper. No, not the blank sheet of paper, but like a blank world. Like just a white world with only one lonely little pencil in it. Yeah, because the pencil was drawing the cities and stuff there. I would say the blank world with only the little crayon over it. The little crayon for its company. Let's see what part I like the best. Well, if you heard most of my podcasts, I mainly like the funny bits. Today's funny bit is Sebastian the Ball. No, wait, I know. I think it was Billy the bald potato. Not potato. Well, you could say potato or bald egg. It doesn't really matter because, well, this story is all about imagination. So, yeah, you can imagine if it's a bald egg or a bald potato. It doesn't matter. Problem was the eraser started to rub everything out, and well, the pencil had to do something to stop it, so he drew another rubber, and both of them rubbed each other out, and yep, harmony was back to that blank world. But now they needed to do the whole thing all over again, all because of one rubber that did everything for Banjo's relatives, as in, I guess maybe, oh, I think my ears are too big, and the eraser rubbed them out, and oh, this hat is so silly, stupid hat, and then the rubber rubbed it out. I think a few of the other things, the rubber started to rub all of the things out, and that was when it was disaster. So all about some small problems that didn't really matter. I guess we're onto the emotion. This emotion, I guess, is I feel really sad for the pencil because he needed to do everything all over again. So was Kitty. And I feel really sad for the other people who the pencil drew as well because they got rubbed out by the eraser, and that was really unfair. And I was really annoyed with the eraser, saying, "What did you need to do this for?" The rating, well, it would have been 10 for the maximum of rating. Today I am going to give this book, this is really hard today. I'll give it 10. 5 because, well, I liked what impression they gave us for, and I like what their drawings looked like because they're like grey and white, but they looked pretty cool after Kitty painted them. Yeah, I liked how they drew it for 5 points, and for, well, I guess it was really creative. And it had a good reason for why it was here to teach people stuff, as in to teach you to build up courage and be brave, to stand up to your fears. Sometimes, like the starting, once there was a pencil, one day that little pencil made a move, quivered somewhat, and began to draw. I like that starting because it gives you like the very mysterious thing to think, oh, what will this pencil draw? Yeah, you would like to keep reading. Last of all, 1, because I liked how they made the problem like a really big problem because they needed to make this picture book. Even picture books are sometimes interesting. So they wanted to make this picture book somewhat more creative and silly and more emotional, and also have a very big problem. So you want to see, oh, how will the pencil use his brains solve this problem? The best thing is that everybody seems to like this book, and the men who, well, I don't know, but the people who are illustrating or writing this book will have a lot of money because, first of all, they used a lot of effort to find such a nice story in their brains, and they needed to draw really good because if they'll draw in a scribble, I think they'll go, whoops, that is not it, and then they'll need to waste a piece of paper again, and that isn't what people should do, because you should be perfect. And, well, you don't have to be perfect all the time, but just be perfect somewhat if you're trying to do something really big or like a project, or you've got to try hard on those. And to them, because their job is to write and illustrate these books, they will have to treat them as a project so they would be really good at it. If you read chapter books, I'm not saying it is better than picture books, but I just hope you can keep reading. Stay tuned to all my podcasters. Check out all my podcasters, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.